us on the first part of the program, real estate consultants, and today we're going to be talking real estate and family life. It's a pleasure to have Mr. Mustapha Ewenla here with us on the program. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. It's a
You're
pleasure.
Looking down for Friday afternoon.
I feel very honored to be here. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Getting into it, let's start from the top. What exactly do we mean when we say real estate? What are we talking about exactly?
Okay, thank you very much. But I must say quickly, we cannot talk about real estate except we first of all relate it to life scenarios.
Okay.
I can tell you that it is only in Nigeria that we have people that live in houses. They have 5 to 6 cars in tenanted houses. They don't have a single real estate asset in their name. It is only in Nigeria. You see, these are issues, no doubt, but most of us tend to, we don't pay attention to it. And I must tell you, it is happening to everybody in Nigeria, regardless of your age. As much as you are earning an income somehow, you must key into real estate. It's not an option, it's something you must do, because it will up your life. In that way, you are planning for your future. You are planning a better future for your kids, unborn children. Now, look around you, basically in Lagos now. We have that as far as 180 years old. Go to Yaba area, you see them, all these colonial houses.
Yes.
And the people that finally, they are down. They are down. They are unborn children are direct beneficiary of such houses now. Don't even know those people who suffered so hard to build a house. They don't know them. But I can tell you that maybe appreciated real estate more. But let me take you quickly to a recent case of people who invested in the recent MMM. It's fact. In the last MMM, we have celebrities doing it. We have cars. We have they did it, and at the point that now, in fact, they try to live it.
Yeah.
Each time a friend or somebody that's not seen in a while, guy, what's good now?
Yeah.
How are you now? How are you doing?
How you doing,
Really, you don't know their physical office, you don't know the people behind that business, and you can be so relaxed. Put your savings into it. That's Nigerians, we are somewhat gullible, and that's because we are not fully informed, and that's because we are not properly informed. So I must tell you, I must say this very clearly. In this same Nigeria, you have people that earn good money as salaries, and you see them, all they go about doing is to drive flashy cars, travel around the world, look good, change cars every month, but they don't plan for that future.
Okay, let me butt in here now. I know Nigerians are really very flashy and very flamboyant people.
True.
But you will agree with me that things have changed with the turn of the century and all of that. You talked about fathers and grandfathers who built houses and but right now the situation of things are not really as they were before. Most people are just trying to just barely survive with things. But the way it works abroad in the Western world, most people actually live in their own houses in as much as they don't even get ownership until after they made payment. But that is not the case here in Nigeria. Oh, I'm talking about mortgages specifically. Are we ever going to get to that level where you don't even necessarily have to earn so much to actually
own your own? Yes.
Let me give you a quick analysis. Let's relate it to the minimum wage. That's 18,000 naira.
Yeah.
For somebody that earns a minimum wage of 18,000 naira, in a year, if you times it by 12 months, it gives you 16,000 naira. That person does that job for 15 years. It will give you about 3 million naira. I can tell you, if that person does not eat with his or her 10 hands, just like your Yoruba will say, if you can, cost around for 2 million naira. I mean, if you earn 3 million naira in 15 years, why would you eat up everything in food and clothing? When we know that back in school they taught us that 3 basic needs of life: food, shelter, clothing. But the only thing we do in Nigeria now is food and clothing. We forget. Now let me bust your head a bit. I was somewhere in After cemetery, sometimes 3 years ago, a lady passed, she died. At the point of burial, the family members were there, both from the husband's side and from the woman's part. Argument came up. They had issues on one, either because the people at Atos Cemetery gave it, if I got to know that you could have, at Atos Cemetery, all spaces have been used up. So the only thing they do now, if they have a space for you permanently, it costs money.
Yeah.
If they have to sell a place for you temporarily, it costs a lesser money. So at that point, the family could not afford to pay the space permanent, for the permanent, the burial for, burying in a permanent space.
Okay.
So eventually, what in fact they started fighting, they started having arguments. I so rest in peace, but I see that one life, she didn't plan the future. We have that next thing, even before they die, they tell you, please, when I die, bury me beside that corner, beside that by tree there. India, that they are huge. They know that they will die, so you must make plans even before you die. So your families don't have to go helter skelter to look for money to bury you or to look for places to bury you. You can I've not seen any law that tells that any law that says that nobody can be buried in their houses. You just on it, you below, you on that, everything about that. You can do whatever you want it.
Coming here, what you're referring to our ancestors, how they did it back in the days, is a bit different from what obtains in today's reality.
True.
Real estate, as it were, has been given an elitist look today,
True.
where a lot of people, especially those who don't have so much, look at it as a rich man's game.
True.
Now, let's go back to that person who earns 18,000 naira minimum wage.
Minimum wage, yes.
How do you cater for your family's needs, and still be able to be relevant in today's reality in terms of real estate?
Now, I must tell you, like I said in one of my episodes online, that you don't have to wait till you be a millionaire before you can do real estate. I know last year somebody still bought a land somewhere in Ikorodu for at least as low as 100,000 naira. I know for certain, for sure.
A lot of people have not seen 100,000 years.
But people believe that, if to make this program really at any level, anybody who, as long as earning an income somehow, no matter how, you should be able to invest in real estate. That's the day. You have people who earn 10 million naira. Okay, let me come again. Today, we have people, right? I'll say what they do basically, they pay in a house, they pay rent of 10 million naira yearly. 10 million naira, 15 million naira per annum.
Those are people who can afford. People
who can afford have that amount.
Spending, you
what do if you earn a minimum wage of 18,000 naira, my brother? Nobody, see, in life, help yourself. You have to cut your expenses as much as you can. You earn 18,000 naira per month. What you do? Take a quarter from that money for your feeding, for clothes, and save. You can. It is not the first thing you say. You start investing property. You save.
Specifically, recently we have loads of real estate firms with wonderful mouth-watering offers, actually asking people to invest almost like monthly contributions, maybe for a long, medium, or even short-term basis to get either a bungalow, duplex, whatever the estate is. But we've had stories over time about some defaulting, some unscrupulous ones at that, because how can you even be so sure that what you're putting your money, you just talked about MMM collapsing, how can you even be so certain, how can you get the assurance that what you're investing in, at the end of the day, you will get the housing that you really want? Specifically, some of the clauses they put on under those agreements, or that if you default at some point, you've lost your money completely.
Well, at this point, what I can say on that is that approach the reliable real estate consultant.
Okay.
I'm not going to mention names here, but I know there are reliable real estate consultants that you can give. You see, a real estate investor, we have two types. We have active ones, we have passive investor. An active investor is that investor that has the money. He takes the money himself, goes to buy real estate, monitors it, and he ensures the money comes into his account over time. But invest consult a real estate consultant, surveyor and valuer, you consult them. Mr. Alagbaja, I have this money. I want to invest it.
Yes.
Please take this money, turn it to me, all I get in my account is credit alert. Because I'm a busy man, I don't have time, but consult.
Okay.
Yeah, there are some, you know, the mouthwash people, they are not into very valuable.
Okay.
You find them, you see them.
Talking about investments, because what relates this to family life is to bring to people's awareness the fact that they can have another stream of income
yes,
by investing, really. But real estate is not something you can invest in and begin to get immediate.
Obviously, it's a long-term investment.
So how that help that person who is just trying to create another stream of income for the family, taking all that money to invest in something that is not going to yield immediately?
Well, I can say that for somebody that once you earn an income somehow, I can tell you in this country we find ourselves today, God has always been there for us. Aside from God, I must tell you, in most cases, you have a lot of income, some family members, the relatives, they help you. Because earn a salary, obviously they're supposed to be very devoted to that work. So some just say that no matter how you can save,
it is a necessity. That's what you're saying.
It is necessary. Save.
All right.
So what save, take that things you have done, then put it into real estate. The money returns will not come. It's a long-term investment. If you have, for example, a millionaire now and you want to turn it over, you want to turn it over, you can. And if you want, you are ready to. If you want to put it into real estate, then you must make sure that you want to wait and ensure, because the money immediately.
It's not an immediate.
You put 1 million naira in the next 2 months, they want to give you 1.2. Those investors, it won't last.
You see, it trended.
It will not ready. You know, the way, but
True.
I mean, so this should be sensitized.
But quickly ask you this as a consultant, because like getting a property or piece of land in Nigeria, of course, we all know, has become like a Herculean task.
Yes,
we need to thank the Lagos State government for at least stepping in to curb the
Exactly.
Omonile issue and all of that. But having said that, it is still a lot of work for a lot of people to actually acquire a plot of land, for themselves. What is the right procedure, really, for someone to buy land, as it were, in Nigeria today?
Okay, like I said, firstly, you need to seek a service of a consultant, a reliable consultant, a reliable one at that.
That is critical.
Yeah, critical.
Okay.
So they will advise you, they would have you,
the government, and say, I want to buy land.
Oh, well, okay. But I can tell you that there is nothing consultant do that it won't go through the government.
But the consultant would actually give,
because, for example,
interest.
Yeah, let me tell you, now, if you want to buy land, once you seek a consultant, it takes you around, shows you different places. Once you see a nice location that you think might work for what you want to do, the next thing you do, get involved professionals like a lawyer, a land surveyor.
Okay.
What a land surveyor? You go take the survey to check it up for you if it's a free land or a government land that's under acquisition.
Okay. Land surveyor. Okay.
They go. Okay, is this land free? They charge it up for you in their system. If it's free, they tell you it's free. You can go and buy. If it's not free, they tell you this land is under acquisition. But in that case, you might need to go and ratify with the government.
Okay.
Once the land is free, then you begin to negotiate with the selling the land for you. Once you negotiate and you get that due, bring him to let him do due diligence. Let him give him the title that was given to you. Let him go to land registry and confirm is the true owner of that
land.
Those are but Nigerians nobody wants shortcut because professionals.
Yeah.
Then you just see a land from Mr. A, for example, and they tell the owner the next thing you are doing, you are paying without applications.
Yes.
People run into losses like that. Millions of money. Go to court. You see cases on land It's endless. It's endless.
Wow, interesting.
All right.
Okay,
very, very interesting.
all right. It is a very important aspect of life. You know, like you said, food, clothing,
Shelter, food,
yes,
shelter, clothing.
clothing. Okay, shelter for clothing.
If you don't eat, in fact, you won't live. You will die.
Yes.
So the next thing is, where do I put my head? What exactly where to put your head? The next thing, what do I wear?
Okay.
For Nigeria, fix it up.
Okay, so let's follow in that order. Let's
right.
look for what to eat. Let's be sure that we're comfortable and
Exactly.
we're eating well. Then we can now plan about where to stay. Then of course we can wear all the gorgeous and fashionable clothes.
Yes. Nigeria, there's no, you can't waste money anymore. So you have to look for clever investments like real estate to invest in. Thank you so very much
You're welcome.
for coming on the show. Our guest has been Mr. Mustapha.